Greetings, my name is Arion. I was born in the golden age of Atlantis, when our city was the envy of the world. Our island was a paradise, and the gods themselves favored us. My father, a respected advisor to King Atlas, often spoke of our divine origins, of how Poseidon fell in love with Cleito and created this utopia. As a child, I believed we were destined for greatness. But let me tell you about the day everything began to change. It was a sunny morning when Poseidon himself appeared in our grand temple. The sky darkened, and thunder roared as he bestowed gifts upon our kings, the 10 sons who ruled our land. Each was given dominion over a region, and Atlantis flourished like never before. As I grew older, I joined the royal court, eager to serve my people. Little did I know that our golden age was but a prelude to a tale of sorrow. Ah, the golden age of Atlantis! Our cities sparkled with gold and jewels, our gardens were lush with every kind of plant imaginable. We were masters of the seas, our ships carrying treasures and knowledge to distant lands. I remember walking through the streets, marveling at the towering temples and the intricate architecture. We Atlantans were proud, perhaps too proud. Our leaders, including King Atlas, believed we were invincible, destined to rule the world. But beneath the surface, cracks were forming. Our pursuit of perfection led to competition and jealousy. I witnessed friends turning against each other, families torn apart by ambition. My own brother, Eric's, once my closest companion, began to change. His hunger for power grew, and it pained me to see the darkness in his eyes. Our navy was unmatched, our armies feared by all. We expanded our empire, conquering lands and spreading our influence. I stood by King Atlas as we celebrated our victories, but I could feel something was wrong. Our people grew restless. The once just and wise rulers became tyrants, obsessed with their own grandeur. I saw Eric's become ruthless, his heart hardened by ambition. The gods watched us with growing displeasure. One night, a terrible storm struck Atlantis. The seas raged, and lightning split the sky. I had a vision of Poseidon, his face filled with anger. "You have forgotten humility," he thundered. I tried to warn the council, but they laughed me off. They couldn't see that our pride was leading us to ruin. Our leaders became more corrupt, their greed insatiable. Taxes rose, and the people suffered. I tried to speak out, but was silenced by those in power. Eric's, now a high-ranking official, accused me of treason. I was forced to flee my own home. In hiding, I discovered a secret cult practicing dark magic, hoping to regain the favor of the gods. They believed they could control nature itself. I confronted Eric's, who was part of this cult, and begged him to stop. "We are playing with forces we don't understand," I pleaded. He only laughed, blinded by his lust for power. The earth began to tremble more frequently. Volcanoes erupted, and the skies darkened. The gods were angry, and I felt powerless to stop the impending doom. The day began like any other, but a sense of dread hung in the air. Suddenly, the ground shook violently. Buildings crumbled, and fires broke out. People screamed and ran, chaos engulfing the streets. I raced to the palace, hoping to find my family. As I reached the temple, a massive tidal wave rose on the horizon. "Poseidon, forgive us," I cried, but it was too late. The wave crashed down, swallowing everything in its path. I saw Eric's, trapped in the temple, his face a mask of terror. He reached out to me, but the waters took him before I could react. I clung to a piece of debris, watching in horror as my beloved Atlantis was submerged beneath the waves. The cries of my people were drowned out by the roaring sea. Our magnificent cities, our treasures, our dreams, lost forever. I survived, washed ashore on a distant land. I wandered, telling anyone who would listen about Atlantis, hoping to preserve our memory. People called me mad, but I know I had to share our story. Atlantis became a legend, a cautionary tale of pride and fall. Our achievements were extraordinary, but so was our hubris. We forgot the balance between power and humility, and paid the ultimate price. I dedicate my life to remembering and learning from our past. Atlantis may be lost, but its legacy endures. Our story reminds the world of the dangers of arrogance and the importance of living in harmony with nature and the divine.